Are we in a democracy? Well, if you don't have a feedback loop, okay, we'd have to, if you sorry. So, I tell you, gravitas can be difficult sometimes.
Elon Musk, the world's richest man, now sitting adjacent to the world's most powerful man. And the more we know about Musk as a businessman, a leader, an entrepreneur, a boss, what makes him tick, the more we will likely know about the direction of our country. How he likes to run his businesses, Tesla, SpaceX, and X, will likely give us an idea on how he'll work with President Trump and shape the vision for the country, and how he works with others. Musk famously told his first wife, Justine, that if she were one of his employees, he would, quote, fire her. And for more on Musk the man, the boss, the entrepreneur, Dennis Kneale joining us now, former senior editor at the Wall Street Journal, managing editor of Forbes, host of the What's Bugging Me podcast, and author of The Leadership Genius of Elon Musk. Dennis, appreciate you coming on. And let's jump right in. You wrote in your biography, quote, a sizable portion of the large brain and expansive mind of Elon Musk truly believes we are living inside a super real virtual simulation, mere characters in someone else's video game. Do you mean this literally? Does Elon literally think this is all a simulation?
It's great to see you, Natasha, and thanks for having me on to talk about my brand new book. Was my timing great or what? Here's the weird thing. I think it started out as a thought experiment and debate, and talking about it so much that he and his brother had to ban any further conversations about it whenever they were in a hot tub, okay? And then he began to believe it more. And I think it's kind of being playful, but it also frees him to take huge risk that no other business executive would take, because he thinks at some point, what the heck, this could all be a game anyway. And Natasha, the weird thing is that when I started to research it, I interviewed a physicist who's found some evidence he thinks that might support the idea. I began to think it was more and more plausible. And I can give you just one quick example. Is that all right?
Sure.
All right, so the universe is 13.8 billion years old. That means there are almost 1.4 million time spans of 10,000 years in existence. Now, Elon points out that from 1970 to now, we went from Pong to incredibly realistic virtual reality down inside, and it looks so real. He said, so now if you think 10,000 years from now, it could be so good, this simulation, that you don't even know it. Now, do you really think we've gone 1.4 million spans of 10,000 years without it happening yet?
And AI throws a wrench into everything. I mean, 10,000 years. How about like 10 years or 10 months from now? Let me ask you, what is one thing about Musk that most of the public doesn't know that is key to understanding who he is?
I think that he really wants to be loved. And I think he is really, truly craving the approval of the masses, which is why the mission he's undertaken is so extraordinary, because you're guaranteed that half of the audience out there might bitterly resent you and dislike you. And that's happening. But I think he believes he can win them over and show them that he means well. I mean, I'm shocked at the vitriol that the Democrats are throwing at this guy. They love immigrants, but for Elon Musk, they're now saying that he's a South African, that he's an oligarch, that he doesn't understand democracy, that his grandparents might have been Nazis, that he might be a Nazi. Yet the guy is doing amazing things on so many fronts. We've never seen anyone like it. Usually Steve Jobs, brilliant, but at one thing, Jeff Bezos, Amazon, but this guy, so many different things. And I read a tweet, because people who follow him kind of follow this simulation stuff, Natasha, and someone said, Elon must be going through the simulation for the 4th time, because he's getting it right every day.
He's getting it right. You know, you've said...
I lost my FB. Hang on here.
You're okay. You're okay. You're okay. You know, you've said that Elon has replaced Trump as public enemy #1 for Dems, for the media. Explain what you mean by that. And you say that we would be surprised that he's actually fairly tender-hearted. He really cares.
He truly does. And this idea that Trump suddenly no longer is the evil bad man, it's all about Elon Musk. They've just totally gone over to Elon, and it's because he's being so effective. And he is uncovering wasteful spending, ridiculous spending, kind of what's called round tripping. Some of the money ends up coming back here to political groups, et cetera. And people are shocked and stunned in Washington. And I think he's having a ball. You know, I have 11 lessons of Elon in my book, and I really think they could help all of us build a better life or feel better about the life we have. And he's at Doge right now, Natasha. He's going after 2 lessons. Lesson 3, hey, the highest nail gets pounded down first. He straps on a helmet. Lesson 4 is tease your critics and torture your enemies. And man, he's having a ball right now.
Yeah, and very quickly, you know, we just spoke with his father, Errol. With all the research that you've done on the impact that this father-son relationship has had on Elon, I want to get your take on the conversation we just had.
Okay, I'll be, unfortunately, I got to point out, you check online, and the most recent time that they saw each other was 2016. Let's understand that the father also ended up having a romantic relationship with a stepdaughter that was only 4 years old when he met the mother. Let's also understand that a friend tells me, because he watched it happen, Elon Musk fired his father when he had tried to have a reconciliation and bring him into the business after the father expressed openly racist things about a black employee he saw working there. And Elon fired him right then. So their relationship still is not good. I can understand why the father is proud of him now, but I also understand how an absent father, a tough father, sometimes is far more motivating for someone than a father who was there for you all the time and gentle and wonderful and loved you. My father was hit by a car and killed on my 14th birthday, and that had a far bigger impact on me, I think, than if he'd lived the entire time and we're alive now.
Dennis, thank you for sharing that. And I'm so sorry that happened. And I think to your point, how many great men, Steve Jobs among them, can point to adversity early on in their life, really fueling and giving them that drive, that jet fuel for the rest of their lives. Dennis, Kneale, appreciate your time tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a glorious evening.
Thank you. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.